Even in his death, the young rebel fighter remains an influence in Srinagar, evident in the heavily armed Indian soldiers who, even after a year, are still on the streets. Internet access is blocked here, freedom of movement restricted. Authorities fear thousands of Kashmiris will return to the streets to mark a year since Indian forces killed rebel leader Burhan Wani.
Burhan has made a place in our hearts like a hero. We have seen a lot of young Kashmiris join the rebels after his death.
He's still alive in our hearts, we can say that.
Wani was just 22 and already a rebel commander when he was killed in a gunfight with Indian security forces a year ago. His adept use of social media made him the poster boy of a new age of armed opposition to security forces in Indian-administered Kashmir, and revived the long-dormant armed group Hizbul Mujahideen. Within hours of his death, Kashmir erupted. And over 4 months, almost 100 people were killed and thousands more were injured, some of them left blind by police pellets fired to disperse the crowds. Kashmir has been divided between India and Pakistan since 1947 and remains hotly disputed territory. Kashmiris themselves are divided over their future, but many say they at least want the option to decide for themselves.
Government is in a dilemma, they are not accepting the reality of Kashmir. They are not understanding that this issue, these protests, demonstrations in millions by millions of people cannot be resolved by the brute military force.
Muzaffar Wani says young Kashmiris often visit his home, a stop on what has become something of a pilgrimage to honour his dead son.
The more they try to suppress us, the more we'll rise up. Everyone here is fighting for their future. Given the kind of oppression we face here, people think it's better to sacrifice their lives rather than permit humiliation against their mothers, brothers and sisters.
India declared Wani's death a victory in the fight against an armed rebellion. But rather than extinguish the movement, it may well have awoken the political consciousness of a new generation. Miriam Nahond, Al Jazeera.